You are watching an Al Bear review. Cue the music. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, be sure to subscribe. It had a busy week. I was out of town, at a conference. I really didn't get a chance to watch a couple of my shows, but I done caught up them off today, so I'm gonna probably flood my little timeline, upload, whatever it's called, with the videos. But I'm here with the LHHATL recap review. And man, I'm gonna say this, man. Me personally, I thought this was one of the better episodes, probably the best episode this season. It was boring, but it was just so much in the episode to where I was just like, it's a lot of content that they snuck in that I could talk about, and everybody else who do TV reviews can talk about, right? So Spice and her black hypocrisy, what's the agenda? Okay, so in the show, Young Jock, Kirk, Scrap, because in the show, she went to have a conversation with Young Jock to talk about how she's thinking about changing her skin and yada, 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 right? So, he basically was just like, long story short, that's idea that's far out there. However, if it's going to push, your agenda forward, and if this is something you're doing this because it's bigger than yourself, I'm all for it, but don't do it and have yourself looking stupid because you have to do it and yada, 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 right? So, Young Jock had asked Kirk and Scrap it a question like, would y'all have sex with, Spice? And so, they didn't really want to answer it, yada, 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 but they was just like, I forget which one it was. It might have been Jock or it might have been Scrap. It was just like, if she was a lighter complexion, she'll be bad. Now, here's what I brought it up to say, because even later in the episode, Tokyo said, because Spice did a live with her little makeup, bleach skin, I don't know what it is, but she did a live and everybody was reacting to it. Tokyo said, all this come from men. Men always say if it ain't light, it ain't right. So, women, they don't love themselves as much as they should, so they go out and try to make all these changes to their bodies and yada, 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 right? I agree to a certain extent because all women aren't like that, but however, let me just keep elaborating on what I want to talk about. So, of course, all the girls, Mimi, Rashida, Tokyo, the list goes on, they disagree with Spice. They hear her, but they do not understand where she is coming from. However, I take a different stance. I agree with everything Spice said. Don't agree with what she done. And I'm gonna get into that in just a second. And I do believe she's in a different area because she's not necessarily black. She's not necessarily African American. She's Jamaican. So, you can say what you want to say. Atlanta is very diverse. She went as far as to say she's the largest Jamaican artist in the U.S. right now. All of that may be true. However, the goal is to continue furthering your brand, expanding your brand, expanding your audience, fans, etc., etc. And the only way to expand is figuring out how to reach, other fans, other races or groups or ethnicities or whatever it is you want to, however you got to do to expand, right? What I want to say about Spice, I believe Spice is right 1,000%. 1,000%. Especially in the music industry, you don't really hear about or see too many dark complexion women. We know women, succeed or blow up as big as the lighter complexion women. I haven't heard one Spice song. Don't care to listen to it because I just don't really want to hear Jamaican music, right? I don't know that she made Jamaican music, but whatever. I should probably give it a shot. But anywho, like I said, I believe she's right. But however, I do believe in what she's saying that, you know, lighter complexion have more advantages, more breaks, more support, more fans, more this, more that. I do not agree with how she's going about it, but the only reason why I don't agree why she's going about it, because y'all let me know how y'all feel about this. I don't think there's nothing that she, nor anyone else of her complexion could actually do to change the stigma around, you know, dark complexion black women, you know, in the industry. I just think this is what it is. Like, either you're lighter complexion or you're light skin mixed or whatever it is, and you just pop. You know what I'm saying? And that's the only reason I don't agree with what she's doing, because I sincerely believe there's nothing that can be done to change, you know what I'm saying, the audience, her audience, or her potential audience, or her wannabe potential audience way of viewing her, accepting her, and actually becoming a fan of her. It's real, especially for women. I was having this conversation with my girlfriend a couple of weeks back. When you are a female artist, especially R&B, hip hop, more so hip hop, but let's just stick to what we know, the topic I'm on. There are a number of check boxes that you have to check off before you can even, you know, blow. Like, it is what it is. Like, even Akbar V on the show, don't know how many check boxes she checks off. But number one is definitely sex appeal. That's definitely number one. Now, sex appeal goes as far as looks, body features, you know, such as breasts, the buttocks, you know, all of that good stuff, slim, snatched waist, all of that. Number two, I got to say it, skin complexion, you know, because if you, and like I said, I haven't listened to any of Spice's music. I don't know if she actually has talent or not, but a lot of times talent does not speak for itself. You have to have those check boxes checked off in order for you to move up that ladder to success, at least to reach the level of success that, you know, you aspire to reach, or in her case, on the level of success she aspired to reach. But skin complexion is number two, right behind sex appeal. Now, you could probably put those two in the same category, but I'm not. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. I'm not. And number three, talent. You know, content, I should say, not talent. I'll say content 3, talent 4, because I'm a huge City Girl fan. Huge City Girl fan. And it's only because of their content. I don't think they're as talented as a number of other female rappers. I do not, but their content is hot. Their content is what is labeling them as these mega superstars. JT's in jail. That's a part of, you know, their content, because she's actually living, or she actually was living, that scamming lifestyle. So I would say 1, I forget what, sex appeal, 2, color, skin complexion, 3, content, 4, talent, and number 5, I don't know, whatever you want to put there, let's just say. But those boxes have to be checked off in that order. You get what I'm saying? So that's that. So like I said, I do agree with Spice's point. I agree where she's coming from, but I don't agree how she's handling it. But the only reason why I'm not agreeing with how she's handling it, because I don't think there's nothing she or no one else of that complexion could actually do. I'm sorry, I just don't. And that's a weak reason. I can admit that's a weak reason for me not agreeing with her stance, her position on what she's doing and why she's doing it. Let me say that, but I understand why she's doing it. But like I said, it's not gonna work. So it's just like, don't do it in my mind. You know what I'm saying? So that's, and then, you know, it's hard because, you know, even with her peers on the show, Mimi, Rashida, I think she cool with Carly, Shekinah Ratchet, but they all lighter complexion of black. You get what I'm saying? Yes, they are black, but if we take it into, you know, slavery terms, they the house Negroes and Spice the field Negro. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but anyway, like I said, man, you know, if you watch the show, the show is just kind of, you know, doing this, doing that, kind of all over the place. I just wanted to hit 2 topics. and that was Spice. And the second topic is Mr. Kirk. Kirk called out Jasmine's parenting skills and had a sit down with her mom and her grandmom, and of course she pulled up. Kirk voicing his concerns, which, okay, cool, fine. All of a sudden you want to be involved in this 2-year-old life because your wife, Rashida, has accepted him or is willing to try to accept him, so you feel like now you can be more vocal about how he's being raised and yada 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 yada. Okay, cool, fine. Although I don't agree with it, but that's exactly where he coming from, because before Rashida was like, we're gonna bring him in as a family. He's an innocent person, little person, all of this mess, this drama that you cause. He's innocent. I'm gonna try my best to accept him and love him and care for him and yada 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 yada. So the sit down didn't go as planned for Kirk. I mean, what you think, man? First of all, the mistake he made is he going to sit at a table with, well, he thought it was gonna be 2, but 3 women. Either way, you outnumbered by 3. You just not. I'm sorry, it's just hard. You're not gonna win a conversation one-on-one. Better yet, 3-on-1 with a woman, and you want to question their parenting skills. That's the first mistake he made. He shouldn't have had the sit down. That's number 1. Number 2, he went as far as to say he spends a lot of money on Kanan, which is his son, which, I mean, a 2-year-old. I'm just trying to figure out, why are you spending so much money on a 2-year-old to the point where you feel like you got to throw that out there and kind of throw it in their face. Now, I understand you, your other children, wife are accustomed to living a certain lifestyle. Okay, cool, fine. But this child is 2 years old and he's not even potty trained, which I agree, him being 2 and not being potty trained is a problem. Now, whether they want to admit to it or not, he is 2 years old. He's able to walk around, communicate, yada, yada, yada. His butt need to be potty trained, but he's so spoiled that they don't see the need for that. Now, obviously, Kirk, issues with his baby mom, Jasmine, arose from conversations he was having with Miss Rashida, because she has allowed Kirk to bring the young fella over and yada yada, mingle and play with his sisters and brothers, and so she asked him questions. So now Kirk got to put on his big boy pants and feel like he has to do something about it. Kirk, no. Let me tell you something. I don't have a wife and a baby mama. That I gained the baby mama by cheating on my wife. I should say that. Don't, you know what I'm saying? But here's the thing. You need to tell your wife, you know what I'm saying? Keep that conversation between y'all. You got to know how to play your role, because she the stepmom, she ain't the mom. You feel me? So that's a problem. You got to figure out a way to let Rashida say what she want to say, because she is a mom, so she has those instincts that she alluded to on the show, concerns or whatever it is you want to call it. However, she ain't the mama. The last thing you want to do is go and confront the mama about what the stepmama's saying, or anybody else. Kirk, you know that. So the purpose of him going to sit down with, tried to sneak behind Jasmine back and have a conversation with her mother and grandmother, talking about he's concerned about her partying and how his son is spending more time with his grandmothers than his mom. She put him in his place real quick, like, you hadn't been around for holidays or birthdays, but now all of a sudden you want to be daddy of the year and worry about all of this. Stay in your place. Keep the child support coming. Be more active in his life from this point forward. Then maybe in the future we can have this conversation, which is exactly how she handled it. And I was I kind of like that, because you know what I'm saying, it's all about accountability. At the end of the day, you trying to hold her accountable for your presence, your most recent presence in this child life. Now, she was letting you slide with just sending the money and she raising him and yada, 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 yada. But now she's like, okay, well, since you want to come at me and try to hold me accountable in these 2+ years that I've been carrying this child and raising this child, I'm about to hold you accountable. You ain't been doing nothing but sending money, spending no time, not showing up for birthdays, which is completely unacceptable. Holidays, I might let you slide. Birthdays, come on, bro. That's a problem. But even still, holidays, you both in Atlanta, you kick it with your family, bring him his gift, go back and do whatever you got to do, Kirk. Look, at the end of the day, Kirk, let me tell you something, bro. I understand you searching for a storyline to stay on this show. And I understand it probably took hell and high waters to get Rashida and Jasmine to agree to let Love and Hip Hop and all of us at home into this storyline of them raising this child. Understand. But boy, you need to tread lightly, man, because you're gonna mess it up for yourself, and it ain't gonna be no coming back. That's all I'm saying. That's all I want to talk about Love and Hip Hop. I know it's late, but y'all be sure to subscribe, like, comment, and share, and I'll holler at y'all next time. I'm out of here. Peace.